I'm Scott Ritter. Welcome to the program. Scott Ritter, I was sifting through this particular entry that Defense News, I don't know if you heard of the publication that's representative of the U.S. Army, and I was quite struck by what it said regarding the capabilities of the Hamas resistance group and the way that it was able to obviously break all types of intelligence, if there were any, in Operation Al-Aqsa Flood. That I'd like for you to expand on. But by reading what it says, its ability to evade close scrutiny, to target their drones, intelligence so good that it indicated an unexpected cyber intelligence capability. It's talking about Hamas now, and things like they knew exactly where to go, including things that weren't marked in terms of side gates of bases and what have you. Tell us what type of success this operation entailed, which caught, obviously, Israel, and I could even say the U.S. off guard.
Well, first of all, we have to understand that Israel has been looking at the Gaza problem set from a security standpoint for some time now. And after 2014, after 2020, they began to institute some major changes that were designed to secure Gaza. These changes included physical barriers and the incorporation of a lot of remote sensing, a lot of constant intelligence collection. So the Israelis had positioned themselves to have total knowledge of what Hamas was up to. That was their intent. This makes what Hamas did even more stunning, because this wasn't as if the Israelis had let their guard down, that the Israelis had failed to consider something. Israel, and I've worked with the Israelis. They're very intelligent. They're very open-minded in how they consider problems, and they're very innovative in the solutions that they come up with. So, first things first is we cannot diminish what Israel had put in place. It was an extraordinarily complex, technologically advanced system designed to give Israel as complete a picture as possible about Hamas. This means that what Hamas did is even orders of magnitude greater than what many people think. When I say great, I'm not talking about the murdering of civilians. I'm not condoning that. I'm not saying that this was a good thing. What I'm saying is their ability to defeat this Israeli surveillance system and to be able to initiate an attack on Israeli facilities at the scope and scale that Hamas did is an extraordinary accomplishment from a strictly military standpoint. It means that people didn't give Hamas the level of credit that they deserve. It shows a lack of imagination on the part of the Israelis, because when you build this system of total intelligence awareness, it's programmed to look for certain things. And they were looking for things that were derived from the lessons of 2014, the lessons of 2020, even the lessons of 2021. But what they weren't looking for is what happened in 2023 on October 7th. It's clear that Hamas had been collecting intelligence against the Israeli target for some time now. And it's also clear that this intelligence was extraordinarily accurate, that they knew street names, house locations, the layout, where weapons were, where security personnel were. They knew the best route in and out of given locations. They knew how the Israeli system worked. They knew where the weak spots were in the Israeli surveillance. They understood the totality of the Israeli surveillance, even those aspects which are kept secret and not talked about in public spheres, because those secret aspects of Israeli intelligence didn't detect what Hamas was doing. And Hamas was also very clever, because sometimes the best deception is that which you do in broad daylight. And it's clear that they were rehearsing this attack in combat villages that had been built in the open. These attacks had been videotaped, had been reported to the Israeli High Command that Hamas is up to something. They're practicing urban assault. Nobody thought anything of it because Hamas had a deception plan in place. They practiced their paraglide assaults. It wasn't the first time Israel saw Hamas fighters go up in a paraglider. but they dismissed it. They practiced every aspect of this attack, but it was dismissed because Hamas put in a very clever deception plan. They bought into Israeli preconceived notions on how Hamas should be behaving politically. They were pretending to be overwhelmingly happy to receive 20,000 work permits to allow Gazans to go out and get employment. They appeared to be committed to, the task of governance. The last thing that Hamas appeared to be doing was preparing for an attack of this place, which is why the Israeli government, when they did receive intelligence from the units who were looking in, dismissed that intelligence. This was an extraordinarily clever, very advanced attack carried out by Hamas. And this was an absolute failure on the part of the Israeli leadership to, it showed a lack of imagination about what Hamas could be. Under no circumstances should the defenses around Gaza been diminished. Under no circumstances should resources dedicated to securing the Gaza perimeter been reallocated to the West Bank. But they were, which means Israel didn't take Hamas as seriously as Hamas took Israel.